Hello, friends. How are you? Myself, Dr. Ankit J. Shah, Assistant Professor at Sri P. M. Patel Institute of Postgraduate Studies and Research in Science, Anand, which is affiliated to Sardar Patel University, Vallabh Vidyanagar, and managed by Anand People's Medical Society, Anand. I am making this video specially for MSc students of semester 1. In this session, I am taking the subject physical chemistry with subject code according to Sardar Patel University is PS01 CCHE23. And in this session, I would like to cover unit number 1, that is free energy and thermodynamics. Keywords of this session are fugacity, laws of thermodynamics, heat capacity. Students, I am preparing this video specially for you, keeping in mind your external exam in a few days, which will be conducted on multiple choice question basis. So, specially in this video, I will give you some multiple choice question of unit number 1, thermodynamics, and also I will give you some tips of how to solve this multiple choice question and how you will find the answer from the given 4 options in a short time. Students, if you are not subscribed this YouTube channel, please subscribe it, because you will get to see all the videos of my and my colleagues of all your subjects in this educational channel. So subscribe this, bell the icon. If you like this video, share to your friends, like it, subscribe it. So now, without wasting any time, I will start the solution of some multiple choice question. So let's start this session. So first multiple choice question is, a system that can transfer neither matter nor energy to and from its surrounding is called. So students, you know that classification system, that open system, closed system, isolated system. First we will see what are the options. So first is a closed system, second an isolated system, third an open system, and D homogeneous system. So we know that whenever there is neither mass is transferred nor energy is transferred between system and surrounding spontaneously, then it is known as isolated system. So the correct option of this multiple choice question is option number B, an isolated system. Second question, a thermoflask in an example of, first option closed system, second option isolated system, third option open system, and fourth option homogeneous system. So again, a thermoflask, or we can say the thermos. So I've been giving you some example so you can understand. So whenever you pour tea in your thermos, it will be hot for some limited time period, say for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. So at that time, there is no exchange of heat between system and surrounding, and there is no exchange of mass between system and surrounding. So whenever there is neither exchange of mass nor energy spontaneously between system and surrounding, then we can say that it is an example of isolated system. So the correct option of this multiple choice question is option B, that is isolated system. We are moving towards next question. That is a system that can transfer both energy and matter to and from its surroundings is called. Options are A. Closed system, B. Adiabatic system, C. An open system, and D. Reversible system. So we know that classification of system, it can be divided into three parts: open system, closed system, isolated system, and all are differentiated by two words: energy and matter. If energy and matter both can be exchanged spontaneously between system and surrounding, we can say that is the example of it is a open system. So here it is the same MCQ, multiple choice question. So the correct answer of this question is option number C, an open system. Fourth question: a system in which no heat is passes in to or out of the system is called blank. The options are closed system, B. Adiabatic system, C. Open system, D. A reversible system. So again, as we have discussed earlier, that is our first topic of the unit. So whenever there is, if energy and matter both can be exchanged spontaneously, it is an open system. If only energy can be exchanged nor matter, then it is a closed system. If neither energy nor mass or matter can exchange between system and surrounding, we can say that it's a adiabatic system. Isolated system. Now here we are talking about process, different types of process. So we must understand the meaning of all. So here it is given that no heat is passes. So whenever heat of the system remains constant, it is known as adiabatic system. It is known as adiabatic system. So the correct option of this question is option number B, that is adiabatic system. Next question: which out of the following is not an intensive property? એટલે નીચેમાંથી કઈ માત્રાત્મક ગુણધર્મ નથી, વિશિષ્ટ ગુણધર્મ નથી? Options are pressure, volume, refractive index, and density. Now you know that what is intensive property? Means property which depends on mass, quantity of the substance, which depends on quantity of the substance. It is known as intensive property. એટલે આપણે એને માત્રાત્મક ગુણધર્મ કહીએ છીએ. તો અહીં પૂછ્યું છે which of the following is not intensive property? કઈ ક્વોન્ટિટી, કઈ પ્રોપર્ટી ક્વોન્ટિટી પર આધાર રાખતું નથી? So you can say that correct option is option number B, that is volume, because volume depends on quantity. As quantity increases, volume increases. As quantity decreases, volume decreases. Rest are pressure, refractive index, and density. All are independent of quantity. So correct option is B, volume. Question number 6: which out of the following is not an extensive property? Options are A, mass, B, volume, C, density, and D, energy. So here they have asked which of the following is not an extensive property. So you must know what is extensive property. The quantity which do not depend on the property which do not depend on quantity, it is known as extensive property. Here they have which of the following is not extensive property. So you have to find which property will not depend on quantity of the substance. So here out of this all four options, correct option is C, that is density, because only density will not depend on quantity. Density will not depend on quantity of the substance, because say density of water is 1, whether it is 10 ml, 100 ml or liters of water, density must remain same. So it will not depend on quantity. So it is intensive property. That's why it is not an extensive property. So the correct answer is C. Seventh question. Which of the following sets of properties constitute intensive property? Options are temperature, pressure, volume. Option number B, density, pressure, temperature. Option number C, mass, density, volume. And option number D, internal energy, density and pressure. So you must know what is intensive property. So intensive property is which do not depend on quantity of substance. Which do not depend on quantity of the substance. So here out of this you can say that in option number A, volume is depends on quantity of the substance. So A is not possible. In answer C, again volume is there, so it is not possible. In option D, it is internal energy, again depends on quantity. So the correct option is option number B, that is density, pressure and temperature. All three of them will not depend on quantity of the substance. Next question. A system in which state variables have constant values throughout a system. A system in which state variables have constant values throughout a system is called a state of. Options are equilibrium, non-equilibrium, isothermal equilibrium and none. So students, you know that whenever any chemical reaction is going on and reactants are going to convert into product, whenever it is reaction is in equilibrium, then variables are constant. So the correct option is option number A, that is equilibrium. Ninth question. Which is true for an isobaric process? Options are dP greater than 0, B dP less than 0, C dP equals to 0, D none of this. So students, to answer this question we must know what is isobaric process. So we know that definition of isobaric process: when you convert system from one form to another form, if pressure of the system remains constant, it is known as isobaric process. And whenever pressure is constant, differentiation of constant value will be 0. So the correct answer is option number C, that is dP is equals to 0. Next question, question number 10. An isochoric process takes place at constant blank. Options are A volume, B temperature, C pressure and D concentration. So to give the correct answer we must know the definition of isochoric process, which is when you convert one form into another form, if volume of the system remains constant, it is known as isochoric process. So the correct option of this question is option number A, that is volume. Now we move on to our next sets of questions, that is question number 11. For a cyclic process, the change in internal energy of the system is, options are always positive, B always negative, C equals to 0 and D equals to infinity. Now students, we know that we have studied over the first topic, that is Carnot cycle. We know that whenever for any cyclic process, change in internal energy will be 0, because what is cyclic process? When you start from any point and come back to its original point after series of changes. If after series of changes, if it comes back to its original position, it is known as cyclic process. So whenever cyclic process is there, change in internal energy will be 0. So the correct option of this question is equals to 0. Internal energy will be 0. Next question, question number 12. Which out of the following is incorrect? Options are heat flow into the system is positive, heat flow out of the system is positive, is negative, C work done on the system is negative, and D none of these. students, we know that here first option is heat flow into the system is positive, so it's a correct one. B option is heat flow out of the system is negative, again it's correct value. Third option is work done on the system is negative, yes, it is also correct. So all of the three answers are correct, so none of this is incorrect. So correct answer of this question is none of these. Next question is mathematical relation for the first law of thermodynamic is delta E is equal to Q minus W, delta E is equal to 0 for a cyclic process, delta E is equal to Q for isochoric process, all of this. Now students, here it's an interesting one. You know that first law of thermodynamics, that is delta E is equal to Q plus W. Option number A is incorrect because it is not given that it is work is done on the system. Okay. Option number B, delta E is equal to 0 for cyclic process. Yes, that is correct. So our correct answer must be option number B, that is delta E is equal to 0 for cyclic process. Next question. Which of the following properties is not function of a state? Means options are concentration, internal energy, enthalpy, entropy. So they have asked which of the following is not a state function. So we know that internal energy is state function, enthalpy is again state function, entropy is again state function, because you know that H2 minus H1 delta H, S2 minus S1 delta S, H2 minus E2 minus E1 delta E. So the correct option of this question is option number A, this concentration. Concentration is not a state function because it will not depend on initial stage or final stage. Concentration will depend on entire reaction. Next question. Which of the following relation is true? Options are Cp greater than Cv. Second, Cv greater than Cp. Third, Cp is equal to Cv. And fourth, Cp is equal to Cv is equal to 0. So here students, remember this, none of the options are correct. It must be Cp minus Cv is equal to R. That is our derived. We have derived that relation for heat capacity. In the topic of heat capacity, we have derived the relation that Cp minus Cv is equal to R. So none of these are the correct option. So you should remember that. So students, that's it for this video. As I have promised you, I have given you some important tips of how to solve the multiple choice question. And again, I will come up with another sets of MCQ in my next video. So do watch my next video also. So in that, I will take MCQs, multiple choice question of some different topics of this unit. Thank you.